Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing today? And if you're new here, my name is Bukola Adebayo, and on this channel I talk about lifestyle, workplace motivation, motivational tips generally, health and fitness, and any other thing that comes to my mind. And if there's anything you would like me to talk about, you can drop a comment for me in the comment section. So hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Watch this content and share with your friends. So today I'm going to be showing you a couple of apartments that I saw over like 2 weeks ago. The past 2 weeks have been extremely busy for me because I've had to go to the office, and I can tell you guys for a fact it's not fun. No, I'm no longer used to commuting to work. I'm no longer used to going to work and coming back home. I mean, it's not something that it's no longer in me. Let me just put it that way. Anyway, back to today's topic. So I'm going to share the videos with you, and I'm going to be telling you what I think about those houses. But before I get into that, I want to talk about landlords. I want to talk about agents. I want to talk about all the parties involved in this house hunting process. There is me, the house hunter. Hi. There is the landlord, the owner of the house. There is the agent. There is the key holder. And there is a sub-agent. I'm going to explain all of these people and the role that they play in the house hunting process. So, and I think it also depends on the part of Lagos that you live. I live somewhere around Adebayo, and that's where I'm actually looking at. I'm looking at houses around these axes, maybe Agege, Keja, but mostly I've seen houses around the Adebayo axis. So I'm speaking in relation to what I have seen around this area. I don't know what happens outside of this area. So let's talk about the house seeker, me. I have certain things I want my house to have. I have my do's and I have my don'ts. One of the major issues I face where I live presently is that I'm surrounded by churches. I'm so sorry. I'm surrounded by churches, and it's like they do this roster thing. So throughout the night, there's a church that is playing. You can't really have a good night's sleep, and there's this evangelism of a thing, and they wake you up like 4 o'clock, or maybe 4. I think one of them starts around 4 a.m. and then it goes on, and then there's another person that resumes by 6, and then it goes on to like maybe 8 or thereabouts. So as early as 4 you're up, because they use loudspeakers and the area is very serene. It's actually very quiet. And imagine somebody using the loudspeaker in a very quiet environment at 4 a.m. in the morning. I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that's the gospel any longer, but that's my belief. So one of the reasons why I need to leave this place is because I don't get a good night's sleep because of this noise around me. And we have a lot of churches even during the day. One church is doing one program, the other church is doing another program, and then you're faced with the reality of all this humming and these noises around in your ears and whatever. And apart from that, the area can get awfully quiet. So sometimes when you have to get home late from work, you have to be very careful and you're scared for your own safety. Though the area is very, very safe. Actually, the area is extremely safe. Another reason why I like to leave this area is because the major road that leads into the rural area is actually prone to traffic. So there are times that you spend a lot of time in traffic, especially when you're driving. So it's one of those things that I'm just like, I don't want, and I look for apartments that are very okay, like very accessible to the main road, like maybe accessible to the bus stop or the major bus stop. That's another thing that I look out for. I look at apartments that have their own prepaid meter and a few other things I have on my checklist. So that's me, the house seeker. The house seeker will have a lot of things that you would like your house to have, because at the end of the day, you're going to spend a lot of time in the house, especially me that I'm a home worker. So I'm going to spend a lot of time in my house, and I believe your house should be, or your home should be a place of comfort, a place that you can relax and do anything and be who you are in that space. So I do believe in looking for that perfect apartment for you. You should have a standard of what you're looking for in an apartment, and that should guide your search. Because if you don't have it, agents will show you anything. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. So let's go back to the agents. I think they are the next people in line. So in Nigeria, we have estate agents, they like to call themselves, and they will say that their major responsibility is to show you houses. Maybe you want to buy or maybe you want to rent. But in my case, I want to rent, and you're supposed to have like a conversation with them, maybe like an interview, just for them to understand what you want. So just for them to get it, oh, I want a house that is this, I want a house like that, I want this house in this so area, I want electricity, prepaid electricity. I don't want a crowded house, maybe just 3 or 4 occupants in the house. Maybe that's what I want. You're supposed to rub minds with your agent, right? And you're supposed to tell them, oh, I'm looking for a mini flat, I'm looking for a 2-bedroom apartment, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom apartment. And then they'll ask you what your budget is, and then you're going to tell them, oh, it's 300, 400, 500,000, whatever it is. That's supposed to be like the intro or the interview that you have with the agent when you meet them. Now, this is not always often the case. When you tell an agent that, oh, I'm looking for an apartment, most of them will just ask you, how much is your budget? When you say it's 300K, they'll say, okay, what type of apartment? When you say a room and a parlor self-contained, that's the hand. That's the hand for them. Even if you start mentioning places like, I want Abulegba, I want Oshodi, I want Yanokwaja, the only those two things that will stick into their head is the price and the type of apartment that you want. In fact, some of them don't even look at the type of apartment that you want. They will come with, I've told you that I want a room and a parlor self-contained because that's what I can afford. In fact, sometimes they don't even consider your budget, even after you've told them. Some of them will go and look for a 2-bedroom apartment for you and say it's just 600,000. When I've told you that my budget is 300,000. Some of them will go to, maybe they'll go as far as maybe Obadei, or you're going to maybe Songo. That's where they'll go and look for an apartment for you. When you've told them that, see, I want a Bulegba. So I don't know, maybe it's miscommunication, because sometimes I get a call from them like, there's this very fine house. So the house is on Ajala Road, and I'll be like, Ajala, where is Ajala in Abulegba? And when I asked that, please, can you describe the place to me? They're like, you would take a bus like you're going to toll gate. Oga, I said I want Abulegba. So it's a different kettle of fish dealing with agents. I'm telling you for a fact. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Now, there are different type of agents. There are the traditional ones who will look for the house for you, and then, will reap the fruits of their labor from the commission that they get from the landlord. But these days, what I find is that there are some agents who come to you and say, you have to fill form. Form is 5K before they can even show you house. Now, I asked one of them, why do I need to fill a form? Guys, like, so that we get to know you, we get to know the job you are doing, I said, before you even show me a house, you want to know all of these things about me. You don't just collect people's data just like that. Data is important. I think it's a security thing as far as I'm concerned, because in the forms, you want to have my house address. In the forms, you want to have my job, the job I do, where I work. You want to have it on the form, rather. On the form, you want to have my name, full name. You want to have my address. You want to have my phone number. These are security. These are details that I shouldn't even be giving you. Show me the house. When I have made my intention clear that, okay, I'll take this house, then I can fill the form. But most times I notice they impose that form on you because of the 5,000 they want to collect or the 10,000 they want to collect. And some of them would rather not just show you house. They'll say, because we don't know you, we don't have a profile of you, we're not going to look for house for you. Me, I will cap past those kind of agents, because you can't make me sign a form and at the end of the day you won't give me what I want to have, and then you now have my data, you have my phone number, you have my house address. See, the most the one that gores me the most, why you need my house address on a form when I'm looking for an apartment? Like, I don't get it. See, just go and show me the house. So we have those form agents. Now we have other agents where, and those form agents too, they actually come into their role kind of rolls into this other type of agent. So this other type of agent, their own will not fill form, but they'll be looking for apartments for you. In fact, and you'll be the one to pay for their transport fare. Everywhere they take you to, you must be paying for their tea fare. Now I believe it's because you did not give them form money. That's why they will do that to you, which is actually fine. Now let me give you a gist. So I met this woman. She was supposed to take me to an apartment, and then she just, when I called her, I was supposed to meet her somewhere. She now said, hey, you know, when you are coming, don't pass this side though, because you are driving. I said, madam, I'm not driving, I'm taking Okada. She was like, so you mean that we are going to take Okada to the house? I thought you were driving. I said, madam, I don't have a car yet, so I'm not driving. I said, she's not sure that she can take me there because that place is inside the side. I'm like, wait, is it that we can't get a bike to take us there? And she just said, no, it's not like, but some of them, they want to sit down and relax in your car while you're driving them around and they're showing the place. Why? I understand that comfort is life, but at the same time, it's Okada that me I can afford, and it's the Okada that we used to carry you to your place. And some of them will give you about bloated amount of money for their tea fare. Maybe they will calculate the money that they used to get back to the house and say, my transport fare is 2K, my transport fare is 2.5. I mean, you guys. So for every house I see now, I have to pay like 2K. So there are those ones, the transport, what's it called? The transport guys. Even the ones that collect that, make you fill forms. They sometimes still, ensure that you pay for that for their transportation. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. And the last type of agents are the agents that will make you pay for seeing any house. So let's say that they've just gotten you an apartment that they think you'd like, and they will ask you that, but we have apartment that you can see, madam, but before you can see the apartment, you have to pay us 1K or 2K, and they'll still expect to collect transport money from you. So if you are looking for a house, you will find yourself in one of these, if not two or more of these situations. Just know that I don't know if it happens just in Lagos, or maybe it's just the part of Lagos that I live that this thing happens. So it's a possibility, something you have to consider. Like, these are some of the things that you would experience when it comes to agents when you're looking for a house. So don't let it get to you and all of that. So let me get to the king of the matter. So the landlords are the ones, or the owner of the properties, maybe they're developers or they're landlords or whatever they're called. So these ones are the owner of the properties, and they are the ones that have the final say. Some of them would like to have a meeting with you to understand what you do, to see if you can keep up with the payment of the apartment after the first year. Some of them would also like to lay some ground rules that, in my house, this is this, this is that. I think some of them just want to meet you physically to see if you meet the criteria of the kind of person they would like to have in their house. So you just go for a brief interview, and they're asking you, what do you do? Where's your father? Where's your mother? Who can we contact in case of emergency? For those ones that have sense. So, but for some, they'll say, are you single? Are you married? Are you this? Are you... The landlords basically don't pay any. They don't play any. For me, their role is just at the end of the transaction. Maybe when you like the apartment and you like to see them before you make the payments and all. That's majorly when they come into play. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Now let's talk about the key holders. I'm sure you guys are not expecting me to mention key holders. Now, there are people called key holders in this house hunting business. So the agent's job is to source for an apartment for you. An agent that really knows their job would have gotten an idea, or have an idea of what kind of houses that you like, what your tastes are, and it will be able to match that taste to the budget that you have, and is expected to go and see the house before he even calls you that I've seen a house that I think you may like. Agents that know what they are doing. So They will go and see the house because they already know what their client wants, and they will look at it that, oh, this house, does it really meet the standard of this person? Okay, but this house is slightly higher, maybe there's a 50k or 100k 100,000 difference from the person's budget. So they will come to you and say, oh madam, we've seen a house that we think you may like, but there is a hike in price which is about this amount, and do you think it's something you want to come and see? These ones are professional estate agents, like professional. But you see those ones that they just hear that there's a house in Obade. When you told them you want a Ablegba, they say there's a house in Songo. When you told them that you want a Ablegba, they've not even seen the house. They don't even know if it meets your standard. They won't even go to see it because they'll be like, they'll just be wasting their transport money and all of that. These ones are on another level. Now, for the professional ones who would go and check out the house, now they will already know if when you get to that house, they will gain access to the house, or they have to call somebody to come and open the door for them. That's where the key holder comes in. The key holder is like a person that will hold the key to the house that you want to go and check. So these ones, they act like they are Jesus assistants. So these guys, they act as if they are God's personal assistants. You will call them, the agent would have called you that, let's meet at 6. So they say, okay, 6 o'clock is okay for me. Let me even say, okay, the agent may have called you to say, let's meet at 3 or 4 in the evening. You have agreed with the agent. The agent will tell you that I've agreed with the person that has the key to the house. And most times you find that you get to the location, the agent will get there after you, and you will wait. What these guys have done to me is like, you will like wait for an hour, for 2. Sometimes they will call you to cancel the appointment after you've waited 2 hours. Like, I want to happen. I'm on Dr. Emu, there is traffic and I want to go. They'll just give you silly excuses and not show up that day, and now make another appointment with you. When they now make another appointment with you, you have to start following up with calls. Are you coming today? Is it possible? Some of them will say, I'm going to work. Some of them will say, I'm doing this. These are the guys that are supposed to show you the apartment and, just open the apartment so that the agent can show you, and then you can see if it's something that you like. The key holders, they behave like demigods, like very annoying set of people, like throughout my because this house hunting process has really opened my eyes to a lot of individuals. They will come and some of them will say, they will bring a bike to your location and not pay the bike man, say collect money, and they will ask the agent, who is the person looking for the house? If the agent points to you, say, collect money, your bike money from that person. And they'll show you the place, then you can now leave. So the key holders are demigods. They are the ones that hold the key to the apartment. So when your agent tells you that, I've seen a place for you, you still not have to wait on those ones. So imagine it's a very stressful process. Very, very, very stressful. Sometimes they'll tell you where we are going is not far. You just keep going with them. And sometimes you just wonder that, Lord, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into the apartments that I saw 2 weeks ago, and let me tell you what I think about these apartments and why I am not taking any of them. So the first apartment, as you can see, this is a room and a parlor self-contained, and I actually do not like this apartment because the sitting room is absolutely small. In fact, the bedroom is bigger than the sitting room, and it's not small. There's no cross vents. I mean, it's just it's not big, rather it's just a very small space, and I don't like its sitting room that is very, very small. It's secluded. Plus, one of the reasons why I'm not taking the place is that whoever is staying in this apartment, so it's like they have 3 buildings, or there are 4 buildings in this compound. One, it is crowded, and 2, the other house is very close to it, and which means that the vents air will not flow easily into this apartment, and whoever lives in this apartment would be the one would be powering the security lights from their own electricity units. And apart from that, the pumping machine is also on this person's electricity meter. So which means that the entire house will be contributing money to give to this person for their to pay for the water pumping. This is not a plan that is tidy, because I've experienced it in my house, and it's not something you want to do. You know, having people contribute money for water or contribute money for electricity bill with you, I mean, you having to gather the money and put it on your own meter, it doesn't make sense. It's a stress that you don't want to get yourself involved in. Now, I'm not saying everybody is alike, but I'm just saying that why would you take on that kind of stress, like, for real? Because it doesn't make any sense. So they want to pump water, and I'm buying my own unit. They will have to pay me for the extra unit that we used to pump water, and people can get funny, honestly. So for me, it's just something that I'd rather not do. So I'd rather not just do, and whatever. This is, in fact, it's not something that I want to do. So we move to the next apartment. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. So guys, this is a 2-bedroom apartment where on the veranda, it has just a little veranda, and then it leads right into the sitting room. As you can see, there's a door right there. I'll come back to that. And the sitting room is like the size of a standard room, and there is the room, one of the rooms, and it's really not big. It's not big at all. And then you can access the kitchen from that room. So I don't know where you can access kitchen from your bedroom. I don't know, but then you can also access the kitchen from the veranda. Another thing I noticed is that the kitchen's vent is terrible because it's very close to the second building, which makes ventilation impossible. And your kitchen being the heat generator of your house, you have to be conscious about how it is ventilated. Now, that room that we just saw the door is the only room that has the toilet. And for anybody in this apartment to be able to use a toilet, they have to access that room. Imagine your visitors having to go into your bedroom to use the bathroom when they come to visit you. Anyways, this apartment is 400,000 per annum, and the total package for the first year is about 650,000 naira. So this is the last apartment that I saw. This is quite nice. This is the standard bedroom in this apartment. It has its own toilet and bath, as you can see. And then we're moving directly into this is the visitor's toilet, which is accessible from the living room. And this is another bedroom, though this is smaller than the first one, and it's also ensuited, as you can see. And this is the kitchen, and I think this is what I love the most about this house. I don't think they did the kitchen well though, but it's big enough, and that's why I like that particular kitchen. It's big, yeah. And this particular apartment is going for 800,000 naira per annum, and the commission, agency fee, and all the likes is cumulative, I think, of is 300,000, and then everything comes to about 1.1 million for the first year. So guys, brace yourself if you're looking for an apartment in Lagos. Anyway guys, that's all I have to show you for today. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for, really? Support your girl and smash that subscribe button right now. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you share this content, and let me know in the comment section, what type of agents have you encountered? What type of landlords have you encountered? Have you encountered or met any key holder, and what are your experiences? Please share your experiences in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.